Hey guys, oh don't mind the woodpecker. So this is my first review, so bear with me. But there's not a lot of women doing reviews of backpacking gear, so I figured I would start. So today I'm looking at my Gossamer Gear Mariposa backpack, which I just got. This is my first time taking it out, but I wanted to test it with my gear in it while I still was in my 30-day return period. So let's take a look. Alright, so here it is. I have the medium backpack and the small hip belt. I'm about 5'8" and 115 pounds. I can put my other measurements in the description for anyone else who's trying to figure out what size they would need. This is a 60-liter backpack, and I'll post more specs if I forget anything, but it's made out of 100D and 200D robic nylon. I think they use the 100 for like the body of the pack, and then 200 on this bottom part to kind of protect it from the ground. So let's take a look. I'm loving it so far. It's really comfortable. So here's the hip belt, which is sold separately, and so it is adjustable. It just sort of tucks back in here, and you can see the clasp here. I have it pretty much as tight as it'll go because I'm small. Both sides have pockets that are really easily accessible while you're hiking. My phone, I have a Galaxy S7. It doesn't quite fit all the way in. It kind of pokes out. But just to give you an example, this is my backup charger, and it fits in here just fine. So if you had like snack bars or something like that, or whatever, it would fit in here pretty easily. I can get my Galaxy in here if I kind of like shove it and stretch it a little bit. And then here's the inside part. It is sweaty. I was hiking for about 30 minutes in South Carolina, and it's about 85 degrees. So it's pretty sweaty. You can actually see like my little sweat stain. Honestly, I think any pack would do that in this condition. I mean, that's just life. But it is mesh, so you can see it will dry pretty easily. And then there's this, which is kind of cool. This is like your back pad, but it comes out really, it's just kind of tucked under these flaps. And you can use that as a sit pad, which is pretty cool. Or if you're a hammocker, that can be your foot pad in your hammock to keep your feet warm. So that's kind of neat. It's replaceable, of course, once it wears out. And that might also help you dry your pack if it was sweaty or wet. And then just looking at the straps here, here's your chest strap. It has a little whistle, safety whistle. You've got some little plastic D-rings, about I guess 3 that you could use to add some accessories on both sides. I think this little extra piece is for your hydration pack hose, which is neat just to keep that kind of in control, not just flapping all around. There's some other little loops that I honestly don't know what they're for, but I guess just for accessories or whatever. So that is the part touching your back. Now let's look on the sides. So on this right side, you have one long mesh pocket. Really spacious. I have my sleeping bag liner shoved in here, as well as my hammock tarp, which is the War Bonnet Thunderbird. And they both fit in there, and you could probably even shove more in there. I just didn't want to overstretch it. So that is that side. On the other side, there's 2 smaller pockets. Let's turn it around a little bit. So there's a top pocket that I have kind of stuck my Sawyer filter mini and my empty bladder for putting dirty water in, and my pack cover, which is a Walmart pack cover, so it's a little bulky. You could probably get a smaller one. And I've kind of pushed all that in there. You could fit even more. There's still some space. And then the bottom pocket is really nice and spacious too. I have my smart water bottle, my trowel, and then I was kind of putting my bug spray, but there's still a lot of space there. You could have 2 or 3 smart water bottles if you wanted to. And then the front. It's kind of pretty. I love the simplicity of this pack. It's kind of like elegant, just what you need. There's this kind of top pocket that's built into the flap here. It's still, you know, it's pretty shallow, but I have my Kindle in here because I knew I was gonna sit and read here today, and my headlamp. And you could fit some other smaller little things up here, like snacks or extra clothes or whatever. So then we have the straps that kind of hold everything down, and there's a lot more space that I'm not utilizing here. So if you wanted to fill the pack up even more, you could certainly have this up higher, and there's a lot more strap here. Just really quick before I forget, this is your ice axe loop here and your trekking pole hooks, so you can just hook your trekking pole in and have it attached to your pack. So this is the top, I'll just flip it back for now. Then you have this really nice big mesh pocket in the front that would be nice if you're trying to dry something out, if you got rained on. For today, I'm still figuring out how I want to organize this pack. This is my waterproof food bag. I've got a little food in. Figured if it rained, it doesn't matter if it gets wet anyway. Just looking down in here, it's just pretty simple. I've also got my bear paracord here for hanging my bear bag. My bag that I keep all of my steaks and carabiners in, and one of my microfiber towels, and my little silicone cup that I use for scooping up dirty water and putting into my bladder to filter. And you could fit a lot more in this. It's very, very stretchy. And then really that's almost it. All that we have left is the main compartment. So there's a small clasp here just to help control extra fabric. So we'll unclip that. And then there you go, that's it. And you can see how tall it is. So you can really expand this pack if you want to. But it's very spacious, and I haven't even used, you know, a lot of that. But if you were using a bear canister, you would have a lot of space. So I had gone ahead and used a garbage, compactor bag inside as a pack liner, which a lot of people have recommended. And then let's see what I've got in here. Sorry, I'm not trying to do this one-handed. Don't have a tripod. But I've got a little bag of some clothes. Basically tried to pack like I was going on a trip, because I might be going on a trip soon. Got my little Eros pillow here, which I couldn't find the stuff sack for. My fuel, my stove, inside of a sock, and my lighter. I like to just rehydrate meals. I think that's easier. And then all that else that is in here is my sleeping bag, my 30-degree bag, my War Bonnet Blackbird hammock. And then I kind of took my sleeping pad. It's kind of difficult packing up a sleeping pad in a hammock, getting it flat. So I didn't even put it in the stuff sack. I just folded it flat and put it in the back of my pack. And it's the Climate Insulated Static V. So the last thing that I can think of to talk about right now, well, here's the frame. This is the internal aluminum frame that is, you can remove it. Just has this little Velcro here, and it just could slide right out if you didn't need that or want that. And then finally, if you do like to use air bladder or water bladders for your water, there is a pouch here. You can see it's that same fabric. You could put that back in here, and there's a couple loops to suspend it from. And there is a way to run your hose through to the front of the pack. You can see kind of under the loop here in the front of it, there's the loop. There's little, on both sides, there's little openings that you could thread your hose through and then down. So you have your water. And I think that's it for now. I did a couple miles today. It was very comfortable, just like everyone said it would be. And I'm loving it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me, and I'll post more specs and stuff below too. Thank you.